Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It's another Toolbox Tuesday. Today is June the 20th, and today is Toolbox Tuesday episode 51. It has been a bit of a busy 2 weeks. Definitely a very busy weekend. A fantastic weekend though, with lots of friends and family and visiting. But one of the things that's showing up for me, which is the topic that I picked today, and it seems to keep on keeping, is the busyness seems to be correlated for me to my anxiety and the avoiding of the feelings. And as the more I keep busy, the more I feel anxious because I'm not processing the feelings that I'm actually avoiding to feel. And so what has happened for me, so over the last bit, Marty's been away for a long time, and I was missing Abigail in, she's been away for, my daughter has been away for 3 weeks, and I was missing her, and I was doing some work with my web guy, Aaron, and he was showing me all these ways that I can do my newsletter, and in the process, and he's like, and you can see how many people like and how many people this, and you can also see who unsubscribes from your newsletter. And then I made the mistake of looking and allowed myself to be really hurt at the people that I had seen that unsubscribed, and I took it personally, and all these different things that just kept showing up for me. And instead of feeling the feelings and the sadness around that, I just kept being busy. One of the things that I'm really mindful of is I used to get busy cleaning my house. I'm not as guilty as that anymore, but definitely grabbing my phone and getting my calendar out and filling the spaces to avoid feeling the feelings. And so last week I went for a walk with my girlfriend Jacqueline, and I was just talking out loud about, all these things that have been going on and the busyness and and I just literally have been feeling my emotions just like sitting at the surface, like could cry at any minute, just sort of how like I'm feeling right now. And instead, Jacqueline just stopped and gave me like a ginormous hug, and then there I was in the forest, bawling my eyes out and just crying. And crying and crying and crying. But it was exactly what I needed, because instead of being busy and avoiding feeling the feelings, which I know is not good for me, I know that makes me sick, I know that increases my anxiety, so why do I keep avoiding feeling the feelings and continue to be busy instead of just giving myself the grace and the space to just feel the sadness of whether it is, missing my daughter or missing my husband, or, feeling sad about maybe people that I thought were there to support me, and either they didn't want to or they couldn't, and again, that's none of my business, and that's okay. So, I think the lesson for me is, as I'm stepping into all these amazing new things and I'm feeling really anxious about it. And it's okay. Instead of filling my plate and being busy, just asking for what I need. Like, one of the things that is so helpful for me, and I need to get better at asking, but Marty knows this, is I just need a hug sometimes. Sometimes I just need a hug, and then I can have my cry, and then I can feel better. God, I remember when I used to go to the Callanish Society often, and there was one woman that used to sit in the circle all the time, and she would always say, oh, I get my fix. I have my big cry every single week, and I watch Grey's Anatomy. I never watched the show, but it just made so much sense to me, you know? She would sit down, she would create space, she knew she was going to watch the show, and she knew it was going to make her bawl her eyes out, and then she knew that she was just going to be like, whew, I'm good. I had my big cry, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter how it comes. Like, I remember also when I used to work with this amazing counselor that worked with Gordon Neufeld, Colleen Drobbit, and she would always say, it doesn't matter how Nolan falls or how he cries, as long as he gets it out. He just needs to reset. And she goes, whether that means he's on his bike and he falls off his bike and he scrapes his knee really bad and he's bleeding. I mean, of course, we don't want that to happen for our kids, but the fall off the bike and the big cry doesn't necessarily need to be all about the fall off the bike. It can just be a release of everything that has gone on for him that week or that month that he's been holding on to. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that this word busy, for me, it's more like the word busy. Like, I just hear it so often, and maybe the busyness is the avoidance. And the avoidance of the feelings, of feeling the feelings. You know, and we're humans. We're meant to feel. And we're meant to have these emotions move through us, or they get stuck. And when they get stuck, they make us physically sick. I've experienced it. I know it. I've lived it. And so, you know, what if the busyness was more than the busyness? What if the busyness was avoiding what needs to be addressed, what needs to be talked about? I know one of the things that I need to talk about is this anxiety that I'm experiencing around knowing that we're moving into summer, and my kids spending a lot of time on their computers, and you know, how I can support and hold space for them to step into some activities that can keep enjoyment in their lives and not be in front of their screens all the time. And there's part of me that just needs to know that I can't fix it all. I can't do everything for them. So, you know, what if creating space and spaces to move through and discuss and share what's on our hearts is more important than the busyness? Yeah, so I guess today I want to become unbusy. I want to create space to just feel. So right now I am going for a walk with my girlfriend to be in the forest and just be. Not be busy, not fill my plate, just be. So I'm sending you all love today. Remember to create space for yourself. We are human. We're meant to feel. Emotions are meant to flow. They're not meant to be suppressed. Sending love to you all. Have a fantastic day. Bye.